Paul Newman, an American icon, was born on January 26, 1925, in Cleveland, Ohio. Known for his striking blue eyes and extraordinary acting skills, Newman was more than just a handsome face. He was a man of depth, integrity, and immense talent. Newman's journey began in Shaker Heights, a suburb of Cleveland. After serving in the Navy during World War II, he attended Kenyon College, where he sparked his interest in drama. Moving to New York, Newman attended the prestigious Actors Studio, studying under Lee Strasberg. He made his Broadway debut in 1953 and quickly transitioned to film. His standout role in 1958 in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof opposite Elizabeth Taylor solidified his status as a Hollywood star. Newman's versatile performances in classics like The Hustler, Cool Hand Luke, and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid earned him multiple Oscar nominations. He finally won an Academy Award for The Color of Money in 1986. Despite his fame, Newman was a deeply private man who often shunned the spotlight. Beyond acting, Newman was a passionate motorsport enthusiast. He co-owned the Newman-Haas racing team and even raced professionally, participating in events like the 24 Hours of Le Mans. A philanthropist at heart, Newman founded Newman's Own, a food company that donated all profits to charity, raising over $550 million. His dedication to helping others extended further when he established summer camps for seriously ill children, known as the Hole in the Wall Gang camps. Newman's personal life was equally compelling. His marriage to actress Joanne Woodward was one of Hollywood's most enduring unions, lasting 50 years until his death. He once famously said of fidelity, "Why go out for hamburger when you have steak at home?" Paul Newman's legacy transcends film. He left an indelible mark on Hollywood and the world through his philanthropy, lasting films, and timeless charm. He passed away on September 26, 2008, but his spirit continues to inspire, a legend not just on screen, but in the hearts of many. Audrey Hepburn, born on May 4, 1929, in Brussels, Belgium, was more than just a Hollywood star. She was a symbol of elegance, resilience, and compassion. Her childhood was far from glamorous. Audrey grew up between Belgium, England, and the Netherlands, and when World War II broke out, she witnessed the horrors of Nazi occupation firsthand. During the Dutch famine of 1944, she suffered from malnutrition, an experience that deeply shaped her lifelong empathy for children in need. After the war, Audrey trained in ballet, but her tall frame made it difficult to pursue a career as a prima ballerina. Instead, fate guided her to the stage. In 1951, she landed the starring role in the Broadway play Gigi, instantly charming audiences with her grace. Just 2 years later, her breakthrough came with Roman Holiday alongside Gregory Peck. Her performance as Princess Anne earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1954, launching her into international superstardom. The 1950s and 1960s cemented Hepburn as a fashion and film icon. She starred in classics like Sabrina, Funny Face, My Fair Lady, and of course Breakfast at Tiffany's, where her portrayal of Holly Golightly created one of cinema's most enduring images. Her partnership with fashion designer Hubert de Givenchy also defined timeless elegance. The little black dress became synonymous with Audrey herself. Despite her success, Hepburn valued family above fame. By the late 1960s, she stepped back from acting to raise her 2 sons. Yet she never disappeared from the spotlight. Instead, she used her voice for a higher purpose. In 1989, Audrey became a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, tirelessly traveling to some of the world's poorest communities to advocate for children suffering from war, famine, and disease. Her humanitarian work earned her the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1992, one of America's highest civilian honors. Audrey Hepburn passed away on January 20th, 1993, in Switzerland at the age of 63. But her legacy is eternal. Through her unforgettable films, her effortless style, and her unwavering humanitarian spirit, Audrey Hepburn continues to inspire new generations. She showed the world that true beauty isn't just about appearance, it's about kindness, compassion, and the courage to use your light to brighten the lives of others. Marlon Brando, a name synonymous with transformative performances and unparalleled charisma, was born on April 3, 1924, in Omaha, Nebraska. Emerging as one of the 20th century's most influential actors, Brando revolutionized film acting with his intense and naturalistic style. His journey to stardom began in the early 1940s after being expelled from 2 high schools. Unfazed, he moved to New York, where he studied under celebrated acting coach Stella Adler at the Actors Studio. Brando's commitment to the craft quickly garnered attention, leading to his Broadway breakthrough in A Streetcar Named Desire in 1947, where his portrayal of Stanley Kowalski left audiences breathless. This role catapulted him to Hollywood, where he reprised the character in the 1951 film adaptation. Brando's magnetic screen presence earned him an Academy Award nomination, the first of many during his illustrious career. In 1954, he took on the role of Terry Malloy in On the Waterfront, a performance that not only clinched him his first Oscar, but also solidified his reputation as the quintessential method actor, known for his emotional depth and improvisational skills. Beyond acting, Brando was an outspoken advocate for civil rights and indigenous rights, using his fame to amplify marginalized voices. In the 1970s, Marlon Brando's career experienced a resurgence with The Godfather, where his portrayal of Don Vito Corleone masterfully blended vulnerability with power. This role earned him his second Academy Award, though he famously declined it in protest of Hollywood's treatment of Native Americans. His work in Last Tango in Paris and Apocalypse Now further underscored his ability to tackle complex characters. Despite professional highs, Brando's personal life was tumultuous, marked by multiple marriages, legal battles, and family tragedies. Retreating from the public eye, he spent his final years on his private island in Tahiti. Marlon Brando passed away on July 1st, 2004, but his legacy endures. Known for reshaping cinema and challenging societal norms, Brando remains an icon whose influence transcends generations. His dedication to authenticity, both on and off screen, continues to inspire actors worldwide. Elizabeth Taylor, a name synonymous with Hollywood glamour, was born on February 27, 1932, in London, England. She became one of the most iconic actresses of the 20th century. Elizabeth was introduced to the world of film at a young age. Her family moved to Los Angeles as World War II began, and the city would become her launching pad to stardom. At 10, she caught the attention of Universal Pictures, making her film debut in There's One Born Every Minute. But it was her captivating role in National Velvet at the tender age of 12 that propelled her into the spotlight. Elizabeth quickly became a household name, admired for her stunning beauty and rare violet eyes. Throughout the 1950s and 60s, Taylor starred in a series of successful films, clinching 2 Academy Awards for Best Actress. Her performances in Butterfield 8 and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf demonstrated her range and depth as an actress. Her private life, however, often overshadowed her career. Elizabeth's 8 marriages, including 2 to actor Richard Burton, were highly publicized, adding to her enigmatic persona. Elizabeth's life wasn't without its struggles. She faced numerous health challenges and had a well-documented battle with addiction. Yet, her resilience shone through. She became a fierce advocate for AIDS research, co-founding the American Foundation for AIDS Research, and later the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation. Her humanitarian efforts earned her much respect and admiration beyond the silver screen. In the twilight of her career, Elizabeth shifted her focus away from acting, dabbling in perfume ventures, and occasionally appearing on television. She embraced her role as a philanthropist, advocating for causes close to her heart. Her final film role in the 1994 live-action version of The Flintstones showcased her enduring appeal. Elizabeth Taylor's legacy is multifaceted. She not only captivated audiences with her unforgettable performances, but also touched lives with her compassion and advocacy. On March 23, 2011, the world bid farewell to this legendary star, but her spirit continues to inspire. Her story is a testament to the strength, complexity, and brilliance of a true Hollywood icon. John Adams, the second President of the United States, was a notable figure in American history, known for his vigorous patriotism and fervent dedication to the nation. Born on October 30, 1735, in Braintree, Massachusetts, Adams was the eldest of 3 sons. He came from a humble background, his father a farmer and shoemaker. Despite these modest beginnings, Adams received a strong education, attending Harvard College at the age of 16, where he studied law. His career in public service began in the early 1770s, when he became a delegate to the Continental Congress. As a fervent advocate for independence, Adams played a pivotal role in urging the colonies to declare independence from Britain. He was instrumental during the crafting of the Declaration of Independence in 1776, alongside Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin. Adams's political journey continued as he served as the first vice president under George Washington from 1789 to 1797, a role he famously described as the most insignificant office. Despite its limitations, Adams's tenure as vice president laid the groundwork for his own presidency. In 1797, he became the President of the United States. His presidency was fraught with challenges, including tensions with France, which led to the Quasi-War, and domestic unrest spurred by the Alien and Sedition Acts. Adams's commitment to peace was best illustrated in his decision to pursue negotiations with France, averting full-scale war, a move that, though controversial, underscored his dedication to the young nation's stability. After losing the re-election to Thomas Jefferson in 1800, Adams retired to his family farm in Quincy, Massachusetts, where he lived quietly, dedicating time to his family and his correspondence. Among his correspondents was Thomas Jefferson, with whom he reconciled after years of political rivalry, leading to a legendary exchange of letters. Adams passed away on July 4, 1826, at the age of 90, the same day as Jefferson. His last words, "Thomas Jefferson survives," are symbolic of their enduring relationship and shared legacy. A founder, diplomat, and thinker, John Adams' contributions to America's foundations remain deeply impactful, highlighting a life driven by principle, patriotism, and perseverance. Born into slavery in the early 1860s, George Washington Carver's life was a testament to the power of perseverance. Though his exact birth date remains a mystery, the year is generally accepted as 1864. From a slave plantation in Missouri, he would rise to become one of America's most influential scientists and humanitarians. Following the Civil War, he was raised by his former owners, the Carvers, who recognized his insatiable curiosity and encouraged him to pursue an education. But the path was not easy. He was a gifted painter, an artist with a unique vision, and for a time, he even considered a career in art. Despite facing immense racial barriers, Carver's passion for learning led him to Iowa State Agricultural College. In 1894, he became the first black student to graduate from the institution, earning a bachelor's degree in agriculture. He continued his studies, earning a Master of Science degree with a focus on botany and mycology, the study of fungi. In 1896, a pivotal moment arrived. Booker T. Washington invited Carver to lead the agricultural department at the Tuskegee Institute. It was here that he would embark on his life's most impactful work. The South's soil was exhausted from decades of relentless cotton farming. Carver knew the land needed help, and he had a revolutionary idea: crop rotation. He didn't just advocate for peanuts and sweet potatoes, he championed them as a way to replenish nutrients in the soil. But he didn't stop there. He developed over 300 products from the peanut alone, including milk, cooking oil, various dyes, and even a type of glue. His work was so prolific he became known as the Peanut Man. His teaching style was as innovative as his research. He created a movable school in a wagon, later called the Jessup Wagon, to bring agricultural education directly to rural black farmers. He empowered them not just with knowledge, but with a path to economic independence. Despite his growing fame, Carver remained a man of profound humility. He famously turned down lucrative job offers, including one from auto magnate Henry Ford, who offered him a salary of over $100,000 per year. Carver chose to remain at Tuskegee, committed to his $1,500 annual salary and his life's mission. George Washington Carver transcended the deep racial divisions of his time, using science and education as tools for change. His work with sustainable agriculture is now seen as a cornerstone of the modern organic farming movement. His journey from a slave to a national icon, the first black person to have a national monument dedicated to him, is a powerful reminder that vision, dedication, and a commitment to service can inspire generations to come. James Madison, the fourth President of the United States, was born on March 16, 1751, in Port Conway, Virginia. Known as the Father of the Constitution, Madison played a crucial role in drafting and promoting the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. With a studious nature, Madison attended the College of New Jersey, now Princeton University, where he studied history, government, and law. After college, Madison became involved in politics, joining the Virginia state legislature. He was a leading advocate for a strong national government and helped draft the Virginia Plan, which laid the groundwork for the structure of the U.S. government. His persuasive arguments and meticulous notes during the Constitutional Convention of 1787 were vital in shaping the Constitution. Madison, alongside Alexander Hamilton and John Jay, wrote the Federalist Papers, a series of essays promoting the ratification of the Constitution. These essays remain a vital source for interpreting the intentions of the Founding Fathers. In 1701, Madison became Secretary of State under President Thomas Jefferson. During his tenure, he oversaw the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the United States. In 1808, Madison was elected as the fourth president. His presidency is best remembered for the War of 1812, a conflict against Britain driven by issues like trade restrictions and the impressment of American sailors. Despite facing economic hardships and political opposition, Madison's leadership during the war eventually resulted in a sense of national unity and identity. The war concluded with the Treaty of Ghent in 1814, restoring peace without territorial changes. Madison retired from public life in 1817, returning to his Virginia estate, Montpelier. He continued to be active in civic affairs, advocating for education and the nullification of unconstitutional laws. Madison passed away on June 28, 1836, but his legacy endures. His commitment to democracy, constitutional government, and individual liberties remains a cornerstone of American political thought. A dedicated statesman and visionary thinker, James Madison's influence on the United States endures as one of the nation's foundational architects. Rosa Parks, often celebrated as the mother of the civil rights movement, was born on February 4, 1913, in Tuskegee, Alabama. Growing up in the segregated South, Parks experienced the harsh realities of racial discrimination early in her life. Her education began at a one-room schoolhouse, and she later attended the Alabama State Teachers College for Negroes, although she eventually left to care for her ailing grandmother. In 1932, Parks married Raymond Parks, an active member of the NAACP. Together, they worked on supporting the Scottsboro Boys case, an incident involving 9 African-American teenagers falsely accused of assaulting 2 white women. This marked Parks' first significant foray into civil rights activism. Parks became more deeply involved in the fight for civil rights in the 1940s when she joined the Montgomery chapter of the NAACP. By 1943, she served as the chapter's secretary, working tirelessly to advocate for the rights of African Americans. But it was on December 1, 1955, when Parks made history. Returning home after a day of work, she refused to yield her seat to a white man on a segregated bus in Montgomery. Her courageous act of resistance led to her arrest, setting the stage for a pivotal chapter in the American civil rights movement. The arrest ignited the Montgomery bus boycott, a pivotal event lasting 381 days, resulting in the Supreme Court ruling that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional. Parks's bravery inspired countless others to join the struggle for equality and justice, including a young Martin Luther King Jr., who emerged as a national leader in the movement. Despite the personal hardships that followed, including losing her job and receiving threats, Parks remained steadfast in her commitment to justice. She eventually moved to Detroit, where she continued her activism, working for Congressman John Conyers and co-founding the Rosa and Raymond Parks Institute for Self-Development. Rosa Parks passed away on October 24, 2005, at the age of 92. Her legacy endures as a testament to the power of peaceful protest and the relentless pursuit of justice. Through her quiet courage and unwavering commitment to equality, Rosa Parks changed the course of history, reminding us all that one person's actions can indeed make a profound difference. In this video, we delve into the life of one of America's founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. Born on April 13, 1743, in Shadwell, Virginia, Jefferson was the third of 10 children in his family. His father, Peter Jefferson, was a planter and a surveyor, while his mother, Jane Randolph, belonged to one of Virginia's most prominent families. At the age of 9, Thomas began studying Latin, Greek, and French. His education continued at the College of William and Mary, where he studied philosophy, mathematics, and law. In 1767, Jefferson began practicing law. His political career took off in 1769 when he was elected to the Virginia House of Burgesses. An ardent advocate of democracy, he played a critical role in drafting the Declaration of Independence in 1776, asserting America's resolve for self-governance. Jefferson served as the second governor of Virginia from 1779 to 1781, and later became the first Secretary of State under President George Washington in 1790. In 1801, Thomas Jefferson became the third president of the United States, serving 2 terms until 1809. His presidency was marked by significant events, including the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, which doubled the size of the country, and the Lewis and Clark Expedition, which expanded America's frontiers westward. Jefferson was a staunch advocate for religious freedom, contributing to the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, which influenced the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. However, his legacy is complex. Despite promoting ideals of liberty and democracy, Jefferson was a lifelong slaveholder. He owned over 600 slaves, and his relationship with Sally Hemings, an enslaved woman at Monticello, remains a topic of considerable debate. Beyond politics, Jefferson was an architect, philosopher, and founder of the University of Virginia, reflecting his passion for education and innovation. He retired to Monticello, where he continued to pursue his interests in agriculture, architecture, and education. Thomas Jefferson passed away on July 4, 1826, the same day as John Adams, marking the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. His influence on American history remains profound, embodying both the nation's aspirations and contradictions in the quest for liberty and justice. John Winston Lennon, born on October 9, 1940, in Liverpool, England, was more than just a musician. He was a cultural icon who shaped the music world and touched countless hearts. From a young age, John was exposed to music. Raised by his Aunt Mimi after his parents separated, he found solace in rock and roll. Forming his first band, the Quarrymen, at age 15, he met a young Paul McCartney at a local church fete, sparking a partnership that would become legendary. This collaboration led to the formation of the Beatles, alongside George Harrison and Ringo Starr. Their impact was seismic. The Beatles revolutionized music in the 1960s with hits like A Hard Day's Night and Let It Be, changing not only the musical landscape, but also influencing fashion, film, and civil rights. Lennon's songwriting, known for its unique wit and introspection, became a significant pillar in the band's success. His voice, both tender and rebellious, resonated with millions, making songs like Imagine timeless anthems for peace. However, John was more than just a Beatle. His solo career, post-Beatles, was marked by experimentation and activism. With his wife Yoko Ono, he staged bed-ins for peace to promote nonviolence. Songs like Give Peace a Chance and Instant Karma reflected his deep commitment to social change. Yet life was not without turmoil. Lennon faced challenges with the media, and his move to the United States marked a period of personal struggles and growth. In 1975, he took a hiatus to focus on family, welcoming his son Sean into the world. 5 years later, he returned with Double Fantasy, an album celebrating love and life. Tragically, on December 8, 1980, John Lennon was shot outside his New York City apartment. His death shocked the world, but his legacy endures. Through his music, message, and enduring spirit, John Lennon remains a symbol of peace, love, and hope, continuing to inspire generations. His impact transcends music, reminding us to imagine a better world, making his story one of inspiration and enduring legacy.